Is Samsung going to break off from Android? While this may sound crazy, it's not unprecedented. Amazon's tablet platform, the Kindle Fire, is built on an in-house custom version of Android. This forked operating system follows Amazon's own development path. It encourages software developers to optimize apps specifically for the Amazon platform through its own app store. This is why Kindle Fire tablets don't have access to the Google Play Store out of the box. In this 9th episode, I wanted to talk about how Samsung might be carving out its own path by building custom software features into Galaxy products. Let's review some of these system-wide APIs that power up the S4's unique features in Samsung's own Android skin, TouchWiz. As a side note, it's interesting that during the Galaxy S4 keynote, I don't remember hearing the words Google or Android, not even once. But back to the phone. The thinner bezel in the S4 really puts the 5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display front and center, and TouchWiz automatically optimizes the screen based on the content that's being viewed. While it's taller but thinner than its predecessor, all the magic really comes from the software. Even though the S4 is built on Jelly Bean, Samsung does a few things to differentiate the S4 from the rest of the Android ecosystem. The three most interesting features are new input controls, new camera features, and a cool way to control the living room TV. The S4 innovates on input methods in two ways. First, AirView. It allows you to control the phone without the limitations of capacitive touch. To explain better, while capacitive touchscreens work by responding to the natural electrical charge in your fingers, the S4 detects when a finger hovers just above the screen. This might be how you can control the phone even while wearing gloves. Essentially, your finger mimics the S Pen functionality in the Galaxy Note. The second thing the S4 does is that it tracks eye movement to make sure you don't miss a single second of YouTube videos, and it also helps with scrolling through content and social feeds. Next, Samsung has an interesting vision for how you can use the S4 camera. Dual camera mode lets you use both the front and rear cameras simultaneously for pictures, video, or video calls. And with Chat On, you can even share your smartphone screen with someone else while you're chatting. You can also add a live soundtrack to pictures, and Cinema Photo helps you create your own animated cinemagraphs. And lastly, the eraser mode looks like it could put photo bombers out of business. It takes a series of quick pictures, automatically detects and removes the unwanted motion in the background, and leaves you with the final picture you really want. But I'm really interested in how Samsung is innovating in the TV wars with the built-in IR blaster. The Peel app, introduced in the Galaxy Tab 2, could be an awesome substitute for a TV remote. Peel takes the metadata from TV programming providers and allows you to visually scroll through and control what's on the TV from the S4. So apart from changing the way you scroll through content, take pictures, and control your TV, Samsung added a few more interesting things. The optical reader builds optical character recognition into the phone to help interact with physical text. The S-Translator brings translator functionality to chats and conversations. GroupPlay uses an NFC connection to share music and games via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. While you could share music using multiple phones as individual speakers, I see more people playing games against each other in real time. And finally, S-Health brings the basic functionality of a Fitbit or Jawbone to your phone. It monitors your steps, and the health board uses sensors to monitor the environment. You can input how much you eat and sleep with the help of a Bluetooth-enabled S-Band or a future Samsung Watch device. All of this innovation needs a lot of muscle to stay responsive and smooth. So every model has 2 GB of RAM, a larger 2600 mAh battery, and either 16, 32, or 64 GB of storage with a microSD slot for more. Like its predecessor, the International S4 will probably have Samsung's own Exynos 5 Octa using 1.6 GHz A15 cores, while the LTE version will definitely have the Snapdragon 600 clocked up to 1.9 GHz. But what's really interesting is how hard Samsung is working on new features. But all these innovations point to a Samsung strategy that may result in a growing number of apps that are designed to take advantage of the S4's unique features. And while Samsung will probably never fully break from the Open Handset Alliance that controls access to the Google Play Store, we may see a future where Google starts to lose control of its leadership position in the Android ecosystem, especially if more and more app developers start to target Galaxy devices with Samsung APIs. What do you guys think? Let me know with a comment or a thumbs up. And here's a shout out to all the latest subscribers. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you like what you see.